Wouldn't want to leave it short.
No, thanks for that, Frank.
Bloody hell! That would be...
Terry Reynolds. He's a journalist.
Couldn't wait 30 seconds till we're off the green, mate.
I called 4, didn't I, Freddie? Besides, no harm done. Right, Clay?
Hell of a shot. What do you think, Freddie? That's a gimme. You say so, Mr. Reynolds? Well, will you head out and go pick it up? Not the sharpest tool. Gentlemen.
Well, that's it for me, lads. Lots to be done back at the clubhouse. Me too. Work beckons. Thanks, fellas.
Now, Patrick, wouldn't care to make the back nine a bit more interesting, would you?
Well, Frank, it's this for a tie, or the drinks are on you. Don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty thirsty.
Yes, keep smiling, you big bastard. Keep smiling.
Oh,
Get up.
just pushed it to the right.
Ha! Safe. Patrick.
How's that egg?
Lovely, thank you. You should try their porridge, Lucian. It's really quite good.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It's just a little tea. You didn't burn yourself.
Please don't tell Mr. Finn. He said we're to be extra nice to the doctor's wife.
I won't. What's your name?
Iris.
My favorite flower. There. Our secret. No one can begrudge a woman her secrets, can they?
Quite.
Doctor,
Yes,
a message for you from a Mrs. Beasley.
thank you. Frank, what have we got?
Found him about an hour ago. Terry Reynolds, he's a,
Reporter for the Courier. Yes. I met him briefly a while back.
checked for a pulse, but he'd already gone. The footsteps you can see here, they're mine.
Right. That area there, that's been raked.
Not by me.
I see. Best have a look. Oh. A blow to the head, obviously. And possible fractured skull. That ball?
That's mine. Any chance that I hit him?
Well, it's not impossible. Where are his clubs? Right. Well, as always, I'll know more once I've conducted an autopsy.
Frank, can we have a word? Clay. That's Clayton Richardson, club president. He was in our group this morning, but only played the first 9 holes. Just this way.
After Mr. Reynolds finished his round, you went and lodged his scorecard at the clubhouse. Is that correct?
Yes, I think it was 10:15, maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm. 10:10. And did you see anyone else?
Frank, we were hoping for now you might be able to keep this quiet.
We'll be carrying out a full investigation, Clay. Tell me, do you know Terry well?
Oh, no, not well. He hadn't been a member long. He seemed a nice enough bloke over a beer or two.
Mr. Richardson, if you don't mind, when the chief superintendent found Terry Reynolds, you were...
Turned into the practice fairways. I don't understand. From what Patrick said, this was obviously an accident.
Yes. Patrick, your relationship with Terry these days was...
Strictly professional. He didn't work for me, he worked for my son.
Whenever you're ready, Clay.
Oh, we're supposed to be having that bloody board meeting. Excuse me, would you?
Frank, the Ballarat Open is only days away.
Ah, yes. And it's your company sponsoring the tournament, Patrick.
And it has absolutely nothing to do with this.
I thought you might see quite a juicy story here.
Not my job anymore, Blake.
No, it's your son's. And Edward seems quite talented at poking his nose where it doesn't belong if he thinks it might sell more newspapers. Frank, you'll have my report shortly. Patrick.
Dirt and grass stains to the heel of the hand. No other defensive injuries?
Sand around and... yes, inside the mouth and airways.
You can see the pond fracture, the radiating lines here and here. I'll know more once I've opened the skull.
You've been busy. Anything else?
I've started toxicology. There's faint traces of alcohol in the stomach.
You've done all that without me.
Well, I wasn't going to sit on my hands all day waiting for you, was I? This bruising here
Suggests that he was struck with something with rounded edges, possibly spherical.
will let it settle overnight.
Yes. The ball. No traces of blood, no skin or tissue.
But you're still thinking murder.
Thing is, his caddy was the last person to see him alive.
And?
And according to Charlie, they'd long since finished their round. So, what was he doing there? Still on the course, all alone. And tell me, Freddie, Mr. Reynolds, would he usually play on his own?
Most of the time, yeah. He could rub his playing partners up the wrong way. Other members, mostly.
Right. And do you think... Charlie, how did you go? Find anything on the 18th?
No. Just a McGregor and a couple of Dunlops. Some old lost balls. Those are some pretty flash clubs, Freddie. Are yours?
Freddie? Whose clubs are those?
Freddie, I need you to stop what you're doing now and put the clubs down.
Hell!
Freddie, stop! Oh! All right, get up. We'll continue this down at the station. Let's go.
You right, Charlie?
Yep.
Well, thank you, Mr.
Richardson, Alec.
Yes, of course.
What the bloody hell's going on?
Yes. They're Terry's clubs.
The police need those as evidence, Freddie. So why'd you take them?
Because he owed me. That's why.
He didn't pay you, did he? He never paid you. Sound about right?
How do you know?
I saw how he treated you out in the course, Freddie.
But the clubs weren't enough, were they, Freddie? You also took Terry Reynolds' wallet.
He owed you quite a sum of money, so you whacked him, took his money after he was dead.
That's not true.
Oh, my word, it's true.
You whacked him with a golf club and just got caught red-handed cleaning the murder weapon. Son, this does not look good for you.
Freddie, your arms.
Roll up your sleeves now, son.
It's fine. Doesn't hurt enough. Terry hit a ball into the drink this morning. Threw a tantrum, chucked his 3-wood in the water hazard. And normally we stay well out of there.
Because of the lectures. But he made you go in.
He wouldn't let me see to these until he finished his round. Yes, I found him in the bunker, but he'd already carked it. Nothing I could do. So I took his wallet and I raked the sand out behind me on the way out. That's all I done.
Nothing else in his pockets, just a bunch of scorecards, some spare teas and pencils.
Lou said if you wouldn't mind tending to the boys' arms and then testing those clubs, I've got some calls to make.
Right, you are.
Frank?
Clay, I'm a tad busy.
Freddie's our most popular caddy. He wouldn't do something like this.
Though we've heard reports suggesting that Freddie and Mr. Reynolds hadn't been getting along.
Well, the odd harsh word, maybe, but he only ever wanted Freddie to caddy for him, and Freddie never said no.
Well, what about other members?
Well, what happens on the course is supposed to stay on the course. Reynolds nearly hit Lyle Phillips with a ball this morning, and they had a real belter of an argument last Thursday. Thought he was going to knock Terry's block off.
Right. And Clay, Lyle Phillips was the other member of your foursome.
Yes.
Last week, that was nothing. I'd caught Terry using the old leather wedge out on the course a few times, moving the ball to a better lie with his foot. It was nothing serious.
Well, that's not what we heard, Mr. Phillips.
What's this about, anyway?
Terry Reynolds is dead. Found on the golf course this morning under what may be suspicious circumstances.
Well, this isn't going to sound good, then. Reynolds and I had been fighting. He was suggesting that I gift him a fairly substantial sum of money.
And why would you do that exactly?
Well, otherwise he was going to start writing some more unfavourable articles about the cricket club and about me.
About you?
Well, he's the sports editor of the Courier.
And he's done this before.
Yeah, he said things like I doctored pitches, paid opponents to throw games. All bloody lies, of course. Hey, get behind it. Elbow up.
And that's it, Mr. Phillips?
That's not enough? How would you like it? I mean, made it look like a cheat, like a liar in front of everybody in Ballarat.
So you paid him to protect your reputation?
To protect my family, my wife, and my daughter.
These articles, had you spoken to anyone about them?
Yeah, I spoke to Patrick, and then to his son.
Right. And what did Edward have to say?
I told him the Courier can write articles about whomever we wish. That is our job, after all. Isn't that right, Alec?
And you are?
He's an old friend and my lawyer. Thought it might be handy having him here, especially dealing with him.
You don't seem particularly, upset about Terry Reynolds.
Well, it wouldn't do any good for me to go to water now, would it, Doctor? What sort of example would I be setting for my staff? I like the man for what it's worth. He was very astute.
You call blackmailing Lyle Phillips astute?
That's quite an allegation, Sergeant. I give my staff a fair amount of license to do their job, and Terry delivered.
By using his column to, shall we say, coerce money from the public. As editor of the newspaper, that must concern you.
Well, if you can find proof that Terry was doing anything illegal, then yes, it would concern me.
Yes, of course. We'd like to take a look through your archives, if we may, just to read some of Mr. Reynolds' work.
Oh, well then, Sergeant Davis can go get a warrant. That's correct, isn't it, Alec, from a legal perspective? Now, if you don't mind.
I got your message.
I thought you'd want to see this. The official cause of death is actually extradural hemorrhage.
Related to the skull fracture.
The fracture tears the artery here, just behind the temple.
Yes. So he's struck, falls, blacks out.
Yes.
And then, after some time, he'd have woken up.
Woken up?
Yes. Before long, he would have become woozy again. The bleed compressed his brain. He'd be stumbling and slurring until the pain and drowsiness overtook him and he fell one last time.
So what you're saying is that it definitely wasn't my golf ball?
Not your ball, no.
So murder, more than likely. Blood alcohol?
Negligible. 1 drink, 2 at the most. I'll tell you what, though. The death blow might not have happened at the bunker.
So where then?
Absolutely no idea, but he was alive when he went in. You know, of course, Terry Reynolds and Patrick Tyneman have had bad blood.
Yes, an incident last year, I'm aware. Patrick was with me all morning.
Yes, but he and his boy, they might know more than they're letting on.
I see. So that was the reason for your visit to Edward this morning? And not the lovely photograph of you and your wife on page 6?
We need to go back to the Courier. Look at Reynolds' columns. See if there was anyone else he may have been blackmailing.
Watch you don't cut yourself.
Greco's tidy off-spin tweakers bamboozled the bland batsman.
I can see what you mean about the quality of the man's writing.
Not a patch on the previous chap they had covering sport.
Harvey Treloar.
That's him.
You know, I used to read his columns to your father. He said he was the best sports writer he'd read since Percy Taylor.
Is that right?
Hmm?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, do you mind, standing there?
Yes, of course. You know, Jean, Lyle Phillips was telling the truth. There were a number of poison pen stories written about the cricket club. And then about a month ago, they stopped.
You know, I saw the article about you and Mei Lin. How is she? Is she all right?
Yes, she's, She wanted me to thank you again for that lovely picnic basket you made up for her. Which reminds me, I still have a few tests I need to conduct. Before you open the fridge, Jean, I should just tell you that... No!
I think you've set one too many places.
Yes, I have. I'm sorry. I thought I might invite someone over for dinner.
I hope that was all right. If I had have known in advance that you were coming.
No, that was just fine.
Thank you, Jean.
So, you think Terry was murdered?
Off the record, quite possibly, yes.
That's what you were up to at the paper.
And of course, these things, Charlie, well, not blank at all, are they?
Why would they have been erased, do you think?
I have no idea. Rose, I meant to ask you, though, what was their reaction in the office to the news of Terry's death?
I wouldn't say anyone was heartbroken.
So he had enemies at work then?
A long list, starting with the bear.
Sorry, the bear?
Harvey Treloar.
Interesting nickname.
As in cuddly?
No, grumpy. The moody old bugger, and punchy, too.
Punchy how, Miss Anderson?
Well, Sergeant, It's practically legend at the paper, the number of scraps Harvey got himself into over the years.
Right. Such as?
Like the time this fullback turns up to the paper demanding to fight Harvey over what he said was a piss-poor article, sorry, Jean, about his play on the weekend.
What happened?
Harvey knocked 2 of his teeth out with 1 punch.
Oh.
And then they spent the whole afternoon drinking and talking footy at the pub.
What, and here and he now gets sacked?
Not even sacked. Terry demoted him to the printing press.
Why would a man like that be demoted and not fired?
It's a tough job, 4 a.m. starts. Harvey would do well to pack it in. No offence, Doctor, but sometimes the older generation needs to be told when to step aside.
Well, I suppose this is about Terry Reynolds. Killed by a rogue golf ball, Clay said, is that right?
Well, not entirely. Mr. Treloar, I saw you at the club not long after,
Oh, yeah. It's been a while since I played a round or two, but they're still stuck with me on the club board.
Are you qualified to work in here?
Does it look like I'm qualified? I just whack things till they start working.
Mr. Treloar, Harvey, I imagine it must have been difficult for you at your age to start over.
Harvey, you finished working yesterday morning at...
9:30, as always.
And you turned up at the golf club for your board meeting just after midday. Is there anyone who can vouch for your whereabouts in the meantime?
No. It's a pity, though. If I'd got there a bit sooner, I might have seen it happen.
You think this is funny?
See this? Colax Calamitous Cricketing Collapse by Terry Reynolds. It's a bad bloody joke is what it is. You know, if you ask me, it's just a shame he wasn't hit by something larger.
So when's the last time you saw or spoke to Terry Reynolds?
A couple of weeks ago, maybe.
What did you two speak about?
He demanded all my old work, my notebooks, all my research, everything.
Right, and you just gave them to him, did you?
Well, he said it didn't belong to me, it belonged to the paper.
What was in their notebooks?
38 years worth of contacts.
And you expect me to believe that all that inspired in you was a little professional jealousy? Did you kill Terry Reynolds, Mr. Treloar?
Of course I didn't.
Are you sure?
Pretty bloody sure, yeah.
All right, Harvey, you're free to go. But if there's something you're not telling me, I will find out. Are we clear? Are we clear?
We're clear.
Oh, I need to search Terry Reynolds' flat. I've released the caddy. You're in charge. You'd head over to the Courier.
No need, Superintendent.
Mr. Tyneman, what can we do for you?
Well, after your sergeant's previous visit, I had Miss Anderson perform a thorough search of Terry Reynolds' desk.
And?
Mr. Tyneman thought these might be useful to your investigation.
Harvey Treloar's old notebooks. A few photos, some hate mail. We found them in a hidden compartment underneath the drawer. As I said, if Terry has done anything untoward, I want to know about it. Just want to be clear where we all stand. I know, the man can be an arse, but at least now we have these.
What is it?
We may have a problem.
Lucian, what on earth are you doing?
Well, I popped home to ask you a question, and, well, you were out.
So you thought you'd murder all the dishes? What happened to Mr. Pig?
Hmm? Mr. Pig, yes. Well, he was used to test for bruising, and all of this is to test for skull fractures. Look, I'm trying to determine a potential murder weapon.
Is that what you wanted to ask me about?
No, as a matter of fact. Look, Jean, here.
That's shorthand.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I've never had any need for it.
No, I didn't think so. Ah, this, hate mail.
Really?
Addressed to Terry Reynolds, signed by a number of different people, all with the same handwriting.
You know, there was another article in this afternoon's edition about the Chinese. Have you spoken to Mei-Lin? I think you should visit her and explain what's going on.
Yes, well, perhaps later I might. Oh, by the way, I should be home in time for supper. I've got a few...
You don't always need to change the topic of conversation, you know.
Thank you, Jean. I should probably take...
I'll do it.
I'll be home later. Mei-Lin, these articles, they... Look, it's all about selling newspapers. I wouldn't want to think that something like this would make you feel unwelcome in any way.
You worry too much about me. If I've proven nothing else, it's that I'm a survivor, yes?
Yes. You're stronger than me. You always were.
This case you're working on, have you found the person responsible?
No, not yet. There are several suspects, all with their own reasons for wanting him dead.
It reminds me of something you used to say about the men you worked with in Singapore. Cut the grass and...
And the snakes will come out. You remember that?
I remember everything.
Goodness me, I should probably get going.
Yes, and I was about to go for my walk.
Will you be all right on your own?
I've already organized to meet Iris, my new friend. I'm fine, Lucien.
All right.
Sergeant Davis, you called?
Yes. I was just about to knock off. Fancy a drink?
Okay, just listen to what I have to say. Rent practice fairways to the
We cannot rent. This members pay their dues and they expect...
Another, if you'd be so kind. Thank you, Sis.
Certainly, sir. A drink or a newspaper?
Sis, tell me, you much of a golfer?
Well, sir, my father used to say that golf was a waste of good farmland.
I see. So how often do you play?
Twice a week when I can.
Good for you. And Sis?
Huh?
Thank you for the telephone call.
Of course, sir.
I'm afraid I have to agree with your father on this.
No, listen to me. Rent the practice fairways.
Okay, well, what are we going to do?
Don't worry about what we're going to do.
But what's it worth to us?
What are you doing? You got...
What's it worth?
Bit of an upstart, isn't he?
It sounds like Harvey was onto something seriously strange at the golf club.
Strange how?
I want to be the one to write this story. If we're going to be working together, Sergeant Davis, I have certain terms.
Tell you what, for all your help, I'll give you 2 free questions about the case.
5 questions.
3 each. Within reason, of course.
Of course. So, do the police have any suspects in the Terry Reynolds murder as yet?
Well, we've interviewed several suspects, but there's no hard evidence as yet to charge anyone. Do those notes mention any names?
Well, Richardson keeps popping up. I mean, is that the president of the club?
Was that a question?
Nice try. Any truth to the rumors of an altercation between Reynolds and Clay Richardson in the days leading up to his murder?
Clay Richardson? Well, not that I... You've heard something from one of your sources, I'm guessing. You're gonna just take all this to Edward Tyneman, aren't you?
Of course I am. What a waste of a question.
How can you work for someone like that?
Do you know why I'm here in Ballarat? I used to work for a paper in Collingwood, the Chronicle.
I know it.
I was there for almost 3 years. I never got further than a secretarial role. Then my editor offered me a chance to get my foot in the door, provided that I sleep with him. I said no. And then I hit him in the face with a dictionary. He didn't take it well, made a few phone calls, and I got blacklisted from every paper in Melbourne. I've worked with all sorts, Charlie. Edward Tyneman, yeah, he's different. He's taken an interest in me. Not like that.
He's using you, Rose.
And I am using him. I'm not going to report to people like the editor of the Chronicle forever. I work for the likes of Edward Tyneman now, so that in the future, I won't have to. So, shall we get back to business?
Alec, fancy a game?
Oh, I was actually just getting my coat.
Right. I hope you don't mind me saying so, but that looked a tad heated.
The local tennis squad want to rent some of our practice fairways, convert them to grass courts. I think it's a good idea.
Ah, but your father and the board don't.
We need more revenue, and Dad needs my help, even if he'd never admit it. What about you, Doctor? Any interest in becoming a fee-paying member?
Well, thank you, but no. The only swing I'm familiar with comes from a big band.
Hey, get your hand off my boy.
Mr. Richardson, Alec and
Bloody
I were...
busybody.
All right, Dad. Time to go home.
Evening. There's been a report of a disturbance at Terry Reynolds' place. Speaking of which, I need to borrow you. All right, son. There's nowhere to run. You're looking for something. So are we.
So this is why you broke into Terry Reynolds' place. More scorecards.
They're not scorecards. Terry paid me to keep my ears open. Write down every dirty little secret these blokes might mention to one another.
And pass them on to him for a few quid each time, yes?
But why break in here to find them?
Because Terry always made me sign the cards. He said if anyone found out what he was doing, I'd go down too.
Which explains why the ones we found on you yesterday, you'd already erased. These are the secrets of arguably some of the most important men in Ballarat.
It's all right, son. It's all right.
Thing is, what secret is worth killing for?
I haven't got time for this.
It's true, Mr. Phillips. Terry Reynolds was blackmailing you, but it was never about the cricket club, was it?
Leave me alone.
Just answer the question, please, Mr. Phillips.
Terry Reynolds dealt in secrets, and he discovered yours, didn't he? About your daughter, Claire.
Does anyone else?
Lyle, it's all right. No one else needs to know.
My Claire, she got herself in a bit of trouble with one of the boys at school. The baby's been adopted now and Claire's recovering, but Reynolds found out somehow. He said he was going to tell one of the boys on the team. Maybe even the gossip columnist at the paper.
Unless you paid him.
She was 17, Doctor. He would have ruined her life.
It sounds like you had every reason to despise the man.
I hated the bastard. I wrote some angry letters to the paper, signed them with different names. I thought that'd give him the flick. But Harvey. Remember how I told you I took him out for a drink the night that Reynolds sent him packing?
And?
And I remember Harvey saying that Terry would never see him coming.
All because they were demoting him.
They weren't just demoting him.
Mr. Treloar. Mr. Treloar, we'd just like to speak with you for a minute. Mr. Treloar, we'd just like to speak with you.
Just leave me alone!
Harvey, please.
Edward, what the blazes?
Not now, Dad. Everything's under control. Thank you, Doctor. Now I have cause to fire the old fool.
Edward, please.
You've known Harvey Treloar for...
More than 30 years. We started out together. My father hired him. My son just fired him.
This was never about you sponsoring the Ballarat Open, was it? You knew sooner or later all this would lead back to Edward, and I'm guessing you knew what Terry Reynolds was up to.
Of course I did.
But you were worried Edward was somehow involved.
I've tried being hard on him. We both saw how well that worked. I've tried helping him. I've tried encouraging. You look after your family above all else. That's what my father taught me.
Yes. Patrick, if he's done something wrong, I can't protect him.
I know. I can't protect him anymore either. Thanks for the drink, Lucian.
Look, you have no alibi for the time of Terry Reynolds' murder, and we know that you'd spoken seriously about harming the man. Am I wrong?
You're a fool.
Am I wrong?
You're thicker than two planks is what you are.
Harvey, please. Please try to remain calm. I know this is difficult. Chief Superintendent, do you think we might be able to remove the handcuffs as a sign of good faith? There we are. Now, Harvey, if you didn't kill Terry Reynolds, can you think of anyone else who may have wanted to?
Take your pick.
You know, in looking into this case, I read some of your writing. Apparently, my dear late father very much enjoyed your work. Your passion, years of dedication, your turn of phrase. There was one in particular, yes. What the especially brutal local derby lacked in ambience, it more than made up for in ambulance.
Yeah, what of it?
You see, Harvey, I think it's that pride, that love for what you do. That's what Terry Reynolds and Edward Tyneman took from you, isn't it?
They laughed at me. Thought it was funny sending me down there. They tried to break me, get me to retire.
You're not 65 yet, are you?
They said it made no difference that I'd be physically unfit to work the press. Patrick's bloody son. I thought he was a mate.
Yes, but Patrick's been cut off from the newspaper. He couldn't help you, not this time.
His boy said if I fought it, his lawyer would leave me without a leg to stand on.
That made you angry.
Of course it made me bloody angry. Starts out, you're too old for footy. Too old for boxing. You can't keep up with the grandkids anymore. No, it happens, nothing you can do about it. But for them to try to tell me I was too old to write, to even try to take that from me. No one treats me like a doddering old fool. And I won't have anyone laugh at me either. Not now, not ever.
Boss, we finished with the shorthand.
There's something I think you should see.
Well? Now, Frank, please don't think I'm not enjoying being your personal caddy, but what are we doing back at the crime scene?
The shorthand indicated that Richardson may have been guilty of misappropriating funds from the golf club.
You think Reynolds had him under the thumb too?
Well... Whoa! Whoa.
You're right.
Thank you.
Frank, when you found Terry Reynolds, he was roughly where you're standing now, lying face up, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Well, if he fell in from up here, and I'm sure he did, why were there no marks in the sand showing where he tumbled down?
Well, Freddie Wilson said he raked.
Yes, around the body after he stole Mr. Reynolds' wallet, but time would have been of the essence. I think he would have raked his footprints to and from the body, but not the whole bunker, surely.
It's none of your bloody business! I'm the president of this club! I'm the president!
What the hell are you doing? Hey, there's no need for that!
You're coming with me.
Don't worry, Dad, I'm coming with you. No, you're not, Alec, because my father's legal counsel. I have the right to accompany you.
Fine, suit yourself. Now, Clay, you've obviously been drinking, so we can delay this until we're both satisfied that you're sober.
No. Now, get it over with.
Now, you're aware that the Courier was putting together a story on you?
Bastard Reynolds.
Not at first, though. Harvey Treloar found out about everything that was going on. But he wasn't about to publish anything. No. You see, he wouldn't do that to a mate. Terry Reynolds, on the other hand, well, he knew the club was in a bit of strife. And he knew that you were responsible.
You don't have to answer that, Dad. It wasn't a question.
We lost some money.
You're embezzling funds.
Unless you have proof of that, Superintendent, that's just speculative
I
nonsense.
didn't embezzle a penny. I just made some bad decisions with the club's money.
And Terry knew with the Ballarat Open only days away, and, well, if the club members found out what you'd been doing...
Oh, this is absurd, Superintendent. I suggest we postpone...
Will you just shut your mouth for once and let me handle this, boy? You keep interrupting and I'll be interviewing you next. Sit down. Thank you. The autopsy report shows a small amount of alcohol in the Reynolds system when he died. So, you two have a beer at the clubhouse after his round, yes?
Yes?
You argued at the bar. Soon after, he was found dead. Bottled to the temple is my guess, or something similar.
Superintendent, please.
Son, your father is a hell of a nice bloke when he's sober, but forever looking for a fight when he's not. Now, you were the last person to see Reynolds alive, and no one can corroborate your story of being out in the practice fairway at the time of death.
No. No, that's right.
Oh, there you are. What are you doing, sitting in the dark?
Was I?
You know, if someone really wanted that man dead, then doing the deed on a public golf course still seems like a very strange choice to me. It's obvious that you need to talk about this, Lucian, and I'm not going anywhere until you do, so...
All right. The police have arrested Clay Richardson for Terry Reynolds' murder.
But you don't think he did it?
Oh. Jean, what do you know about the man?
Well, Clay owned and ran a successful freight company with his wife till not very long ago.
His wife?
Bronwyn, she passed away a year or so ago. Lovely woman.
Right. And after she died?
He sold the company. Bronwyn handled all the company finances from what I've heard.
I see. Which might explain why he's now in trouble for embezzlement.
From the golf club? No, that doesn't sound right.
No?
Well, embezzlement suggests that Clay knew what he was doing. I think it's more likely that he just couldn't juggle club finances.
Right. Would he kill someone to keep that hidden, I wonder? And then, of course, there's, Alec.
The son? Well, he's a lawyer, not an accountant.
Do you know, he very nearly decked me today.
Who? The father or the son?
Richardson, the elder. Well, he'd had a few too many. Anyhow, his boy stepped in to stop him.
It's a shame. Some men just need to be saved from themselves. What?
Of course. Alec!
Doctor, what are you doing here?
Fancy that game now?
I'm actually quite busy.
Alec, it's your father. Just a few questions I need to work through.
My father didn't murder Terry Reynolds, Doctor.
No. No, I don't think so either. Your father's never had a head for figures. Has he, Alec? But you do. The money from the tennis club, that wasn't enough to cover what he'd lost. Mind you, it was a start. Now, break. Lovely. Now, you organised to meet Terry Reynolds after he finished his round. You didn't tell your father. This was something you were determined to deal with on your own. Now, you argued. Push turned to shove. And you struck him as hard as you could with one of these, right here at the billiard table. Phenolic resin, incredibly hard. You thought you'd killed him. In fact, you started cleaning up all the evidence. But he got up. And he went outside. He staggered as far as the bunker, and then he fell. You followed him in. You rolled him over. And finished what you'd started.
Alec, is this man bothering you?
And then you rolled him over again, onto his back. And then you raked the sand, hoping it would look, oh goodness, like some unfortunate accident.
It's an interesting theory, Doctor, but it's all conjecture.
Yes. But if I went to the Colonists Club and checked the billiard tables, there'd be a ball missing, wouldn't there? Of course, you'd have disposed of it by now. However, if you use the towel on your golf bag to clean that ball, well, that'd be enough. Alex, sometimes fathers need their sons' help, even when they won't admit it.
Dad never. I told him that we could work things out with Reynolds, that I could help. Sometimes, Doctor, the older generation don't know when they're in over their head.
Edward, everything all right?
Yes, everything's perfectly fine, isn't it, Edward? Patrick here. You two should have a game. Clear the air, what do you think?
Charlie.
You don't give up, do you?
I'm afraid not.
All right. You ready? Ballarat police arrested a man in relation to the murder of Mr. Terry Reynolds of Little Street in East Ballarat.
The suspect was apprehended at Wendry Golf Club last night during a private gala and has since been transferred to Melbourne, where he will be held before facing court next month. And then it gets rather colourful after that.
Do you mind if I have a look?
I'm extremely busy at the moment, Rose, so if this is about the article...
No, it's not. It's about the Herald. You know, in Melbourne?
Right, what about them?
They've been asking a lot of questions about the events leading up to Terry's death. How he got the job here, his role at the Courier, his work habits. They even think that you may have been involved in whatever Terry was up to.
I see. And what do you think?
Me? I think whatever Terry was up to was small potatoes. I don't think Edward Tyneman would stoop to that level.
Did you tell them that?
No. I haven't told them anything. At least not yet.
Fine. Harvey Treloar gets his job back. And you can work the police beat from now on, but your work better be good.
Oh, don't worry. It will be.
Diet and exercise, very important. Yes? Till next time. It's the last one?
Yes, nothing till 1 o'clock.
Right. Jean, I really should thank you again. Without you last night,
Don't. You can't do this. Not anymore.
Yes, I'm sorry. Of course you're absolutely right.
I wish I wasn't. But there it is. It's not fair on my lid. And it's not fair on me.
I should go.
Yes, you should.
I was afraid it would be you.